Are you looking for the best e-readers? In this video we will look at some of the 7 best e-readers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Amazon Kindle Paperwhite. Amazon finally released a long-awaited update to its beloved ebook reader, the Kindle Paperwhite. 8 out of 10, Wired recommends. It comes in 2 versions, the regular Paperwhite and the Signature Edition, which costs $40 more but has perks like wireless charging and slightly more storage, worth it if you read constantly, like we do. This model is slightly thinner than its predecessor, 7.8 versus 8.1 millimeters, with a larger display. It also has a higher contrast ratio than previous Kindles, which means that text and images look sharper. The Signature Edition has the ability to auto-adjust brightness, important if you're, say, moving from a dimly lit subway station to a brightly lit bus stop, and the battery life has improved, to what Amazon says is 3 months on a single charge. We're skeptical, but it's nice to not worry about weekly charging, anyway. That's in addition to all the nice features that the Paperwhite had before, like waterproofing with an IPX8 rating and the ability to get books easily from the Amazon store. It's worth noting that Kindles go on sale pretty frequently during Amazon Prime Day and other sales holidays, so if you don't need it right now, it's worth waiting. At number 2. Kobo Libra Color. Don't feel like supporting Jeff Bezos' evil empire? Consider a Kobo. Even though Amazon has recently released a color Kindle, see below, we think the Kobo Libra Color, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, is a better option. Not only is it cheaper, it comes with page-turn buttons and stylus support. You can highlight and mark up book pages, and also utilize the notebook section for notes, to-do lists, or doodles. You will also need the $70 stylus too for writing, but even with the stylus, it's still cheaper than Kobo's Ellipsa 2e and the Kindle Scribe. The Libra Color is also waterproof, rated IPX8, and is made from recycled materials. There's Bluetooth support so you can connect headphones and listen to audiobooks, and Kobo slates have overdrive integration, which makes reading library books simple. You get 32 GB of storage and a speedy 7-inch screen, which has an adjustable front light and even a dark mode that offers up white text on a black background to make reading in the dark easier on the eyes. If you prefer, you can even read it in landscape mode. It's also reparable, though we haven't come across anything that needs fixing yet. At number 3. Amazon Kindle Colorsoft. Following customer complaints of a yellow bar at the bottom of the Kindle Colorsoft screen and discoloration along the edges, an Amazon spokesperson confirmed to Wired that customers who notice this can reach out to our customer service team for a replacement or refund. The company also said it's making the appropriate adjustments to ensure that new devices will not experience this issue moving forward. We did not encounter these issues with our review unit. A color screen was the most requested feature on the Kindle, and Amazon finally granted its customers' wish. The Kindle Colorsoft, 7 out of 10, Wired review, costs almost $300 and has a screen with an oxide backplane, which Amazon says delivers better contrast and image quality. To maintain brightness and color accuracy, it has custom-formulated coatings and other tweaks, like nitride LEDs. You can even switch between different color settings, vivid and standard, to bump up the saturation. It also has bonus features, like wireless charging, Yippee, and it's waterproof. However, the screen is capped at 150 ppi for color images, versus 300 ppi for black and white, and the experience of reading is still a little fuzzier when compared to the new Paperwhite. It takes the Colorsoft noticeably longer to process color images, and despite the high price, it's still missing features that are by now standard on other color e-readers, like page-turn buttons and stylus support. Still, it's not a bad Kindle, and color does enrich the whole e-reading experience. You can always wait for a discount during an Amazon sale event. At number 4. Kobo Clara Color. If you like the idea of a color screen but aren't going to write or doodle on an e-reader, consider Kobo's Clara Color. It's more affordable, but you still get to see book covers or graphic novels in full color, and you can highlight in color too. In testing, I found that some books weren't as easy on the eyes, like the blue and yellow color scheme of Curious George, but that was one small gripe in an otherwise seamless reading experience. The Clara lacks page-turn buttons, but the 6-inch screen size is comfortable for one-hand use. It has 16 gigabytes of storage rather than 32, but that's still about 12,000 books. There's overdrive integration and Bluetooth support. It's also waterproof, made from recycled materials, and is reparable. At number 5. Boox Palma. This comes with the extreme caveat that the Boox Palma has been marketed, somewhat poorly, as a phone-sized tablet that is also an e-reader. It's not a great tablet. It does have a customizable home screen, with Android apps, but because it's e-ink, it's less responsive and harder to use than a phone. The Boox bookstore also has a limited selection, and the formatting of the books can be wonky. But I downloaded the Kindle app onto it, and now I love the Palma as a pocket-sized e-reader. Pulling out a Kindle to read while waiting in a long line at the pharmacy or at the Verizon store seems aggressive. But flipping through a few pages of Slow Horses or Rogue Protocol with one hand is fantastic, and is so much better than scrolling through Instagram on my phone. At 6 inches long and 3 inches wide, it's much smaller than even the smallest Kindle and takes up almost no space in my handbag when I travel. It has Bluetooth connectivity, can connect to Wi-Fi, and has 128 gigabytes of RAM on board. The only problem is that it's kind of pricey. Do you hear me, Amazon? Tiny e-readers are great. I don't want a book-sized Kindle. Introduce a pocket-sized Kindle to the lineup, please. At number 6. Amazon Kindle Paperwhite Kids. The kid-friendly Kindles got an update in 2024 with the same features as the non-kid variants. My 7- and 9-year-old have been using the Kindle Kids since the first versions launched. To my eye, looking over their shoulders, the images are noticeably clearer and sharper and the page turn speeds faster in the latest models. The reason you get a Kindle Kids instead of repurposing your old Kindle is the kid-friendly case, which also has fun new designs that my kids like very much. You also get 6 months of access to Amazon Kids Plus, the company's subscription service that includes tons of age-appropriate books, including lots of books in Spanish, and a 2-year warranty. My 7-year-old likes the smaller size of the basic, and cheaper, Kindle Kids, $130, and he also likes the new kid-friendly covers better. However, my 9-year-old likes the bigger display on the Kids Paperwhite, which is better for reading graphic novels. I also prefer the Paperwhite over the basic Kindle because it's waterproof, and she reads poolside at her brother's swimming lessons. At number 7. Remarkable Paper Pro. We've tried a few e-ink tablets meant for taking handwritten notes that can be organized and searched digitally. E-readers with that capability still prioritize reading. If the Kobo Libra color isn't big enough for your note-taking needs, you might prefer these. Right now, our favorite e-ink tablet is the $579 Remarkable Paper Pro 7/10 wired review, which lets you take notes with a responsive stylus on a color e-ink screen. However, it's not really meant for reading. You can read PDFs on it, but the experience of getting books on it is far from seamless compared to Kobos and Kindles. Speaking of, we also like the $340 Kindle Scribe 8/10 wired recommends, though Amazon is releasing a successor this December. The $400 Kobo Ellipsa 2e 7/10 wired review is also nice. They have included styli that allow you to mark up PDFs, create notebooks, and doodle, and they're better for readers with large 10.3-inch screens. Kindles generally have nicer interfaces, but Kobo has one big advantage: it lets you mark up books directly, while the Scribe only allows you to make sticky notes. That's changing in the upcoming 2nd-gen model.